What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after Season 2 went ahead and launched, it seems the mass majority of criticism is around the Warzone side of the game, but I'll be real with you guys. When it comes to multiplayer, we are also running into a decent amount of problems, and just to fill you all in, especially for PC players, it's almost getting very risky, partially dangerous, to go ahead and load up Black Ops 6. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go and dive deep, if you guys are interested in more content just like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. It posts daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch. And today, for this Saturday, we're going to be doing our Delta Force / Battlefield 1 stream. So if you guys are interested, you want to see how those games are holding up, by all means, tune into the stream. We'll probably go live around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. And you can find a link to that channel down in the description of this video. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, at the beginning of Season 2, there was a little bit of an issue with my PC, but to be honest with you guys, I didn't really want to bring it to public notice because I didn't think it was going to be an actual game problem. I thought it was just something with my rig. But every single time I went ahead and loaded up Black Ops 6, it happened about 3 separate times. No, it didn't black screen me. No, it didn't give me a blue screen, although those are relevant issues. It completely shut off my PC. Not lying to you guys. It completely turns off your system. Now, again, I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt and just say, you know what, maybe it's my PC for the day. Although my PC doesn't do stuff like this. You know what, I'm just going to chalk it up like that, so I didn't bother mentioning it. And I wanted to give it another full day of playtime to see if it would happen. So, day 2 is coming up here. I hop back on the game, and guess what? Black screen. PC restarts. And I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, what the heck is happening? So I hop on social media, I scroll around. And believe it or not, this is actually an ongoing issue for a lot of players on PC. Again, let me know what your guys' experience is on console right now. It might be running into similar issues because there are similar issues. There's so many, honestly, I know people want to think that I'm just rage baiting and I'm talking a bunch of crap about the game because I want to, but that's not the case. If Call of Duty was doing good, I'll be gladly covering all the positive details right now. I did it with Modern Warfare 3. I wouldn't mind doing it with Black Ops 6. But literally everything is crumbling. You can't join off of friends. You can't add friends. You're constantly having to restart the party. You can't get into lobbies. And here we are for a PC-specific issue. It's shutting off our systems, guys. Now, as you can see right here from Tactical Brit, upon a further investigation, it appears Call of Duty itself is blue screening all types of PCs. Primary cause appears to be their kernel driver crashing itself, guys. This was supposed to be functioning right out the gate with Season 2, correct? It claimed at the beginning of Season 2, we were going to see massive improvements to the anti-cheat, including the kernel drive getting major improvements, which will help the overall experience. So, look at how it is now, ladies and gentlemen. Are the cheaters improving? No. Everybody's still running into just as many cheaters as they always have before, and it's not looking like it's going to get any better. So not only did the anti-cheat not get improved, and it's not actually functioning correctly, but it's also starting to shut off everybody's PCs, and we can no longer play the game. I want to play this game and critique it fairly, but they just can't get a W. None of this stuff happened at all when it came to Modern Warfare 3 2023. We barely ran into any cheaters. And now out of the blue, we just can't get things functioning when it comes to Black Ops 6. I am still a firm believer that it's because the Treyarch team is split between 2 different games, and in all reality, they didn't get 4 years to put together Black Ops 6. They had 2 years, or maybe even less, to do Black Ops 6, and then another 2 years to do the Black Ops 2 sequel. That's what I'm guessing, and that's why this game is turning out the way that it is. But these problems are truthfully unacceptable. And again, it's not just me. As you can see right here from Random Legion Main over on Reddit saying, any plans to fix our PCs restarting? PC has been restarting only during BO6. Sometimes when I click something from the main COD HQ, sometimes after a match, but it likely has something to do with the kernel anti-cheat updates they pushed since the error is unexpected kernel mode trap. When you look at it in WindowDBG. My specs are as follows: RTX 4090, an i9, and 32 gigs of RAM. It's insane. Temps are fine, ran multiple diagnostic programs, and this is still happening to myself and many others. It's not even on their Trello board as an issue, but this is a big problem, and I've had the kernel settings off in Windows security for a while now. Please get us a fix, Treyarch. That, to me personally, is one of the biggest issues right now, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that something as big as this, where, I'm not lying, we can barely play. It's already bad enough that the party system doesn't work. You can't add friends. You can't keep people together. But on top of that, PC players can't even keep themselves in the game without it shutting down their PC 24/7. And I'll be honest, I don't really feel too safe with my PC shutting down like that all the time. If it's a black screen, it is what it is. It just shuts down the game, takes you back to your desktop, and you go on from there. But actually physically shutting your PC off and restarting it from square one is the most sus thing I've ever heard in my whole life. And I've never, when I say never, I mean I have never witnessed this in any game I've ever come across. Okay? Never. I don't know why it's happening to a franchise as big as Call of Duty. Okay? If an indie game can handle their anti-cheat and not cause these problems, I don't see why a company worth billions of dollars can't get their crap together and produce a good anti-cheat that will actually function for us. I've said it time and time again, but I don't believe that we're going to see any big improvements when it comes to Black Ops 6. When it comes to COD, we see improvements yearly. We don't see them really within the game when it's massive things like this. When it's something like the anti-cheat, this is probably something we have to expect when it comes to the next game, the Black Ops 2 sequel. But with Black Ops 6, I'm starting to lose a tad bit of hope. These developers, like I said, they haven't really been too consistent. They're on, they're off. They're on, they're off. It's like they almost care, but then they drop the updates, they vanish, they don't say anything. It completely busts the game. And like this, person said over on Reddit, they don't even bother putting it up on Twitter. The only thing they're mentioning is that the next event's going to be dropping February 6th or 7th or something like that. That's all they meant. That's the only thing they said. People's PCs are literally shitting themselves. And the main thing they're worried about is getting people prepped up for the next event, which I guarantee is going to have some paid path on it so they can make extra cash while people's PCs are literally shutting down on a day-to-day basis. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not only just PCs restarting and shutting down. It's worse than just that. Again, on console, there's other problems, but on PC specifically, I don't know. You guys on console can tell me if you guys are running into similar situations, but the frames are getting destroyed, and the packet burst is at an all-time high when it was never like this in Season 1. Season 1, I said it many times before, the servers were getting better, and, things were running pretty smooth, and then Season 2 drops. It wasn't too shabby in the beginning because I didn't put that much playtime in, but as the hours go, and I'm actually getting more consistent with it, you can even tell in the gameplay you're watching that a lot of the times, my frames will just, plummet. They'll just drop. And then I have to deal with a completely different experience. And it fluctuates up, down, up, down, up, down. And once again, not just me. Everybody in my squad is constantly running into this issue. I can't tell you how frequently on stream we have to keep restarting our games and, everybody's refreshing because the game won't work properly for them. I mean, look at this post again over on Reddit from Raw saying, after update, FPS went to death. Again. Anyone else? Same shit problem? After every single update they do, I can play on day one perfectly. Yup. Right there, same. And next day, it's unplayable. FPS drops from 160 to literally less than 60. This time, shaders restart to every game start, and all settings for quality audio and so on get reset. Interesting is that I play on two devices. My desktop has mostly no problem with RTX 2070 Super, and my notebook with 3070 gets fluked. It's so frustrating. Last time this drops happened was the Squid Game. After 1 to 2 weeks, the problem disappeared with nothing to do against it. Hopefully it will be the same. But that is so annoying. It's so dog shit and it pushes me to change to other games, but actually I love this one. And you know what? I'm going to stop it right there too because I really have to talk about this because everything he's saying is my exact experience. And I'm so glad I found this post here because I resemble with it perfectly. Once again, well, Season 1, I didn't really necessarily see the frame starting off good day one and then, plummeting. That wasn't really my experience. Honestly, the frames were pretty good and I wasn't getting any packet burst. But with Season 2, that's my exact experience. Day one, fine. It wasn't too shabby. Of course, when it comes to the frames, when it comes to my PC shutting off, that was a whole different problem. But frame-wise and, packet burst-wise, fine. Nothing wrong day one. Day two, goodbye. It's all gone to absolute crap. It boggles my mind how this even happens. And once again, I'm extremely worried here because, like this person said in the post with the Squid Game event, it was rough in the beginning, but it actually polished itself out over time. I noticed that as well. The developers don't say anything. They don't speak to us. They're not open about the current problems, what they're working on, what they're trying to improve. So when these things happen and they get fixed, we have no clue. We just magically see that the game is actually getting better frames again and we have to move on with our day. But we are never kept in the loop. It'll be great if it gets fixed up, but the lack of communication is what makes it so freaking difficult to push through. Regardless, though, I agree with the statement here. I actually like this game. Just like Rawl was saying, the more I play it, the more I get into the Omni movement, the gunplay, and also with some better maps being introduced into the rotation, I could deal with it. The problem lies with the actual functionality of the game. I am literally trying. I'm trying my hardest to start bringing better content that's more positive. I wanted to critique the weapons. I wanted to critique the new movement changes. I wanted to critique the maps. I want to dive deep into all these things. But all these things require time. I can't just play the map one time and give you guys, an in-depth review of if it's good or bad. I know that's what people do all the time, but no, I truthfully can't do that. I need to understand the flanks, the routes, the spawns, the rotations, all the game modes across the board, what game modes specify on the... I need a better understanding, and I can't do that without playtime. Same thing with the weapons. How do I test out the weapons if I can't even get into the game consistently? I want to so bad to cover this game in a different light, but they won't let me. Treyarch, please, I know I said this 50,000 other times, but you have to get your crap together. The game is already dwindling off. There's no chance of this game really, getting too much crazy popularity online anymore at this current point. It's season 2. It's already been way too long. Too many fixes haven't been done. A lot of fixes have been presented, but they turned out to be lies. It's a GG in the chat. Anybody else who's still going to be playing is going to be a much tinier, tight-knit community for this game. I don't mind. I'll still, post the weapons, the mat, and all that stuff, but you have to fix it. You have to genuinely put out fixes, because if a PC is literally getting shut down, do you really think people are going to return? They're going to play a different game that doesn't shut off their PCs, because that right there is sketchy. And I don't even know if it's happening to the console side of things, but please guys, let me know in the comment section. I need to be filled in on these details because it's getting bad right now. And I'm hoping that we get an update, at least an update within this week that can actually talk about these points, because like they said in the post earlier, they haven't even addressed these problems. Keep my fingers crossed, but man, it's been very hard to have any hope with Treyarch making a comeback recently. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the Eastern time. And of course, if you guys are interested in my live streams, I do stream Monday through Saturday over on Twitch. And like I said earlier, today we're hitting up Delta Force and Battlefield 1. So of course, if you guys are interested, I got a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.